Rise and shine, it's Cletus time. As you can see, I've taken over the Best Breakfast Balls kitchen. I turned it into Cletus Cookhouse, and have some blueberries here. I got some strawberries here. I got some cherry juice here, and I got all the rest of the stuff to make some red, white, and blue pancakes. We're going to make anything better than you can buy in those box kits at the store, and I'm going to show you how to do it, and you can save some money at the same time. So stick here. We're fixing to make some good pancakes. Now, the only thing I did before is I took the strawberries and cherry juice and I ground it up in my blender, and I did the same thing with the blueberries. When I previously made this, it wasn't as brightly colored as I liked. So I did use a tiny bit of food coloring, but you don't want to use a whole lot. We're trying to get it from the natural fruits. And also, when you make pancakes, the most important thing is using buttermilk. Do not use 2% milk. Do not use whole milk. You got to use buttermilk. That's very important. Now to make it, we just take some flour here. I have my recipe down below. Take your baking soda. You take your salt. That was your sugar, sorry. This is your salt. You mix the dry together. You take your egg. Put your egg in your buttermilk. You have your wet ingredients with your wet. You have your dry with your dry. Stir it around. And then now, you simply just take this buttermilk egg mixture and you pour it in here slowly. Mix it around real good until you get everything all mixed together. Make sure you don't miss anything. You all pour it in there. Now stir carefully. Make sure you get all that buttermilk goodness in there. Now you have your white pancakes. Make sure all this good and stirred up. It's a little lumpy right now. You don't want it to be lumpy. You want to stir it up good until there is no lumps. And see, this is starting to look a lot less lumpy. So then that part's good right there. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take this and we're going to divide it. So that way we can have our red, our white, and our blue. So what I'm going to do, wrong drawer, is I'm going to take my 3/4 measuring cup here. Take about 3/4 this batter. Put it in here. Take about 3/4 this batter. Put it in here. Actually, I probably could do that again. Some in here. Put some in here until it looks like it's about even. And this is looking pretty close to even. That comes out to be about 3/4. Maybe pour just a tiny bit in here. A little much in there. Okay. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take the blue and we're going to put it a little bit in one. You don't want to use it all. And same with the red. Just going to pour it in there. There's no set amount. Whatever looks good. Get you a few different spoons. Got to mix them up here. Mix these guys up here. And you can see the colors that they're taking on. Look at that blue. It's starting to look good. And then the red, I'm going to dump all that in there. The red there, I can get as dark as I like. And you want to get your skillet hot. First, we're going to do the white. Just take them out, put them in spoonfuls, just like that. And I got the oven at 170. So then that way I can keep them warm. So that way I can cook them all. And you're just going to fill up the pan here. So you got them in the pan here. You wait until they start bubbling, and then you flip them. And then we're going to have some good pancakes. Now, I don't know what happened, but in my test runs, using the fruit worked out great. This time, using the fruit, pancakes wouldn't cook right, and they're nothing but mush. They are in the oven, and I'll show you later, but let's go ahead and let's just make them again. Now we can see here, the second batch, especially cooking in this butter, they're all getting nice and fluffy. Get these guys here. That little guy. Make sure they get all good and cooked up. And then same with the last ones in the oven. And then we're going to do another batch. But then this time, I'm dropping these guys in here. Drop a third one in there. Always make sure you got your glove on when you're handling the back end of the cast iron skillet because it gets hot. Put some food coloring in there. Mix it up a little bit. So we got some nice color on those. Cakes again. And then we're going to put some blue in there. Just like we did with the red. And then I washed off the spatula here. Try to mix around the blue. Get some nice blue in there. And let those guys cook up. I'll see you in a minute. And there we have it, folks. Red, white, and blue pancakes fit for Old Glory. Now, sometimes, like with the ones with the fruit, they just didn't come out. And sometimes it's like that. Sometimes with ones with the coloring in it, they didn't come out as bright as I liked. But you know what? At the end of the day, I made some pretty darn good pancakes. Down below in the comments, tell me what kind of pancakes you make or what kind of Southern breakfast you make. And let me know in the comments what other Southern breakfast that you would like me to see me do in the future, that I plan on sticking around, taking over, being the head honcho at Best Breakfast Boss, and I'll see you next time.